So in this video, I'm going to explain to you why it is that we renovated this brand new house. Now, when I mentioned to people I was doing this project, most people had the same opinion. What the heck are you renovating a brand new house for? And the reality is, there is a lot to be gained by getting out the hammer and doing a DIY renovation on the house before you move in. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to go through all the different areas of the home that we renovated, discuss why we did it, how we did it, and the overall effect and benefit of doing it now versus later. Now, for instance, in the kitchen, there was no renovation. This is a brand new kitchen, and the kids that bought this house, they're young, they're in love, and they're just getting started in life. So it's a starter home. They both have great jobs, and they're set up in pretty good condition for the purchase. So they got a 2,200 square foot home, semi-detached, all right, in a brand new development here in Ottawa. And in our market, it's generally, it's a healthy, very stable real estate market that's been booming lately because it's a little bit cheaper here than it is in Toronto, which is only a few hours away. We're finding a trend, a lot of people retiring in Toronto, selling their houses in that metropolis, which have really gone crazy in value from speculation in the last few years. And they're selling $1.5 million house and able to come here and get the same property for $500,000. And it's a great way to retire. So what's happening here now is our values are going up. So the young people are having a harder and harder time getting into a new home. So what we did is we got these kids into this place and we said, let's renovate it before you move in. So it's ready to be sold at the drop of a hat to a much more meticulous buyer who's expecting a higher quality of living standard. So that if anything ever happened and you had to sell the house, you can get top dollar for it for the kind of person that's moving here from Toronto looking to downsize and retire. So all we had to do in the kitchen, for instance, is put in appliances. Now, if you're putting appliances in a designer kitchen like this, you have two options. You can go cheap and you have a cheap kitchen. Or you can put in something really nice like the Z-Line appliances that are here, and you can upgrade the sink faucet. Again, that's a Z-Line product. It's amazing. It's a matte black pull down faucet, right? You can't go wrong. A couple little details like that, plus the hood. This is rubbed bronze. If you put in nice appliances in a kitchen, then your house is worth a lot more money than if you put in cheap ones. And you get to enjoy the fact that you've got a dual fuel stove and cooking. Let's go on a tour. We'll take you through the whole house because we did work. We finished a bathroom downstairs. We added a bar downstairs. We also renovated the fourth bedroom into a walk-in closet upstairs, and then turned all of the ensuite space that was there before into one ginormous bathroom with a 4-piece spa with the most to-die-for walk-in shower I think you've ever seen. All right, so welcome to the basement. When this house was built, this room was already finished, which, let's face it, it's basically drywall, paint, trim, and carpet. It doesn't have a function. It doesn't have a reason for existence. So what we did is we put this awesome, full-functioning bar-in kitchenette because, well, I don't even know how to explain it without, it's brand new. What we have here is we have an induction stove. It's installed underneath the countertop. And you can cook directly on top of your granite without creating any source of heat, and there's no open flame. It's gonna blow your mind. If you haven't seen that video, you've gotta click the link right here, get that started, and you can watch that a little later. But basically what we have here is this. We have a surface over here that we can cook on. We have a microwave drawer, which is perfect for warming things up or making popcorn when you're watching a movie. So what we have here really, it's kind of like the man cave. It's an entertainment basement space separate from the rest of the house. You know what it's like. You've got a few couples over, the ladies hang out in the kitchen and drink wine, the guys come down, put the game on, grab something from the beer fridge, right? And of course, it wouldn't be a fully functional kitchen if we didn't have a sink and a dishwasher. We got an 18-inch dishwasher from Z-Line, which is great. It tucks away in the corner, takes care of all those messes. You wanna have a really cool setup like this. It's the man cave, right? Man cave living. That way you're not trucking food up and down and drinks up and down. It's all right here. Everything's chilled out. And this is only 100 square feet. Not even. Less than 10 by 10. I've got a cooking space, fully functional kitchen. I've got a bar area here that's set up with stools. You can sit on the other side. Really functional, great clean space. Real simple too, because it's just IKEA cabinets. So you can build this in just a couple of days. Not difficult. The laminate countertop over here to stay cost effective, granite over here in order to facilitate the cooking on the InvisiCook. Once you've got a mini kitchen and a basement, now the room has a purpose, right? Now it's an entertainment center. So you can put in the big screen, grab some furniture and comfy chairs, and this space now has a purpose, which means you've extended the footprint of the house. So it's no longer your 2,200 square feet upstairs. Now the basement means something. It has value when you go to sell. And of course, what every basement needs that has a mini kitchen in it, you gotta have a bathroom. Let's face it, if you're having people over, that means that room can also function as a guest suite. I know some of you are gonna say, well, where's your egress window? What about code? Code does not require you to have any special requirements if you're gonna have people stay with you short term. But if you're gonna rent the space in the basement to a tenant, then you've got a brand new world you've got to get invested in. You've got a bunch of upgrades. But for guests and company, no problem. Stick them on a couch, they'll be just fine. This bathroom came roughed in from the builder, so it's just concrete floor. And what we did is we used a couple of really cool products from Schluter that we could build the shower in place. We didn't have to open the concrete floor. We didn't have to do anything crazy like that. We're actually going to have a video in the series, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll show you how to do this, because anybody can build a basement bathroom in place with the plumbing where it is, as long as you use these techniques. And all the fixtures here came from the upstairs bathroom, so they were free. We just relocated them, stuck them all into this room, even the glass doors. The only thing we had to buy was the tile. Great deal, right? So if you're going to renovate a bathroom upstairs, and it's a new build, make sure you pick the model that allows you to recycle all those fixtures. That's what we did. We had a single sink, and we had the toilet and the shower doors. There's a 4-foot shower. Made the right decision before we purchased the house to be able to reuse all those fixtures so they don't go back into landfill. And that's awesome. Now this shower is fully functional. Even the shower system was recycled from upstairs. Just really cool upgrades. Make the space add value to the home. So now you went from a 2.5 bath to a 3.5 bath with a real basic simple renovation down here. That's money in the bank. So one common thing that almost every new house has nowadays is they have a walk-in closet ensuite off the master bedroom. The problem is they make them way too small, and they try to dress them up and make it look like, ooh, you have a huge walk-in closet, but they're really tiny. By the time you stick everything you own in one of those things, you're stuffed in. So what we did here is we opted for the 4-bedroom instead of the 3-bedroom model, which makes the spare bedroom and the office a little smaller, but it gave us this extra space right next to the master bedroom. So we closed off the door, opened up a hole over here, reconnected the electrics, put in a new floor, wallpaper, custom cabinets, bam. This room is absolutely gorgeous. It's a walk-in dressing room now, and it makes that little walk-in closet that comes with the builder model look just ridiculous. The upgrade's very cost-effective. You still have a great space, and if you ever wanted to, you could always open up that wall hole again and reconnect the switch back to the room light from the other side, and then close this up and make it a 4th bedroom. It's a really quick, easy, convenient way to convert back and forth. So ultimately, the most important room in the house, in my opinion, is the master bathroom. Because when you buy a house, you're not buying 2,000 square feet of space. You're not buying the hardwood. You're not buying the high ceilings. You're buying quality of life. And at the end of the day, when you come into your bathroom, you want to have not what the builder calls a 4-piece bathroom, because that's just, you got a Roman tub and it's cheap tile and a 1 sink and then a small shower stall and then a toilet crammed in with just enough room to open and close the door. That's not an ensuite bath. That's an ensuite functionality only. There's no enjoyment there. So what we did is we stole the closet space that was behind that wall, removed all of the fixtures, which is where we got them for the basement. And then we put in a nice walk-in shower. Now we've created a new space. Now when you walk in, you have space. You have your own spa. And I'm telling you right now, when you renovate your house, even if it's brand new and you put this kind of thing in versus what the builder gives you, you're elevating yourself in the market around the real estate to get top dollar whenever you're ready to sell. Remember, when builders build you a house, they have a few different options for you to choose from floor plans. They have only a few options for fixtures, and generally they're not going to give you anything custom like heated flooring and linear drains and curbless showers. They're not even going to give you a standalone tub. Most builders are very, very concerned with keeping things so simple that they just can't screw it up because they want to get done, get out, and get your money, right? So this is why we renovate, because you don't want to be living in your house and then want to do a project like this. It gets really dirty. So you want to be able to maintain control over that renovation by doing it before you move in. We're talking about 6 to 8 weeks. This entire project is now finished. They've moved in completely. All we have left now to do around here is a punch list, which is just a couple of touch-ups after the fact. Not a big deal. You can do that after you move in. So listen, if you're in the market for buying a new home, be careful. Don't put all your money in all the upgrades that the builder is showing you. Take a look at the options and the floor plans. Take a walk through and think, what if? Because you might be really surprised, especially if you're handy and you're doing some of this DIY. You might be really surprised how little money it costs to do a huge upgrade, because we added an extra bathroom downstairs. All the fixtures from here, free, right? The rough-in was already done for that bathroom, and that's great. We added the kitchen downstairs, which is a bar officially, because the InvisiCook stovetop is not an open flame, so we don't need a hood fan. That kept it a bar according to code. That was only a few $1,000s for that entire kitchen. Piece of cake. We added a dressing room. That was basically, you know, flooring plus $1,000 of do-it-yourself cabinetry. A couple of other upgrades. Added a couple of electrical circuits. Again, no big deal. Everything here is done on permit. Everything's been inspected. And the dollar cost, I think, is still less than $20,000 for all of the investment. Absolutely mind-blowing when you consider how much value you've got in this property now versus when they walk through the door. It's a no-brainer. Renovating to get this ready for sale and have a custom lifestyle in the meantime, that's the way to go. So if you're going to buy a house, consider this. Downsize on the sides of the property. Get a semi-detached or something like this. Don't go all in with your entire investment and leave yourself house broke. Have a little money set aside, consider your options, and get some renovating done before you even move in. That will ensure that you have an amazing place to stay the whole time you're there, and then you're not going to spend the next 10 years trying to save up for a renovation to get your house ready for sale and give it to somebody else. That's it for me today. If you'd like to see the videos, we got a whole how-to series on all the different projects here. You can click the link right here. Learn how to do tile and hardwood and build your closets and building these little kitchens. I'm telling you, all this information is available on our site. Happy to help. Don't forget to ask your questions. And if you're doing major renovations at home, consider becoming a member of the DIY crew. Talk to you soon.